Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, welcome to this game. Jake Moody going to get it started. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
And Dart was the second quarterback taken in this year's draft, only behind Cam Ward out of Miami. And you look back to his time with Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss, he put up some monster numbers. And you got to think, he's the youngest quarterback of the entire 25 draft. So can he transition to a pro-style offense? Can he play the style in which they want to play in New York? From a physical standpoint, from an athletic standpoint, like Jackson Dart looks like the prototypical modern-day NFL quarterback. Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
To the air on second down. Dart. Good hustle by the defense. He beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Nearly a good one. It hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They're led out by the former number 2 overall pick. That was back in 2015, Marcus Mariota.
It's just so nice to have a veteran like this on your roster that you know might not get a ton of reps in practice, might not get a ton of reps in the preseason, but when you need to turn to him, he's there and he's ready. They've been a starter in this league. They've had success. He knows how to manage a huddle. He knows how to read defenses. He does all the intangibles that you need to turn to when your team needs a settling force at quarterback. To have one of these guys, what a weapon. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll throw here on third and short. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
A gain of 13 yards.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. It's second down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
To play corner and reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Third and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Brian Burns, the former Panther, in there for the sack.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On fourth down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Gunnar Olszewski is deep for the Giants. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Giants offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. With the man out of Purdue, that's Tyrone Tracy. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
At the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Jonathan Jones in on the tackle.
3rd and 2.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
On 3rd down, they'll run with Tracy. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 11. And the Giants first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
Darius Slayton was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Quickly, he gets it out to his right. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
Out of the gun, 3rd down. It's Dart taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. A big-time play out of the G-men. It's a gain of 34.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on 3rd down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
On for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Whose kick is good. And the Giants will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one secured by the tight end Bates. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
He is hit, and down he goes. Brian Burns in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. That is caught. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
49-yard
A
gain.
big play there for Washington. It's a gain of 49.
A 49-yard gain.
If you want to
on
score
play.
points at a high level in the
First down,
NFL, you have to
Washington.
generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
The tackle made by Dexter Lawrence. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll motion over Samuel. On third down, they'll set up to throw. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland. And the Giants are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth down.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to fourth down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here. And that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Giants leading this one early. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Giants football here to begin the second quarter. 3rd and long. As we are ready to get back underway. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. This unit hasn't been at their best early on. Punt followed by an interception on their first 2 drives. A run to begin the drive, and it's Krosky Merritt. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Now here's a keeper on the zone read.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here is the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
3rd down and 3. Back to throw. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
A gain of 10 yards.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. Dexter Lawrence in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
What a first half for this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Giants will take over possession here at the 44.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Giants offense getting set to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
To the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the zone read, a give to Tracy. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
Gain of a yard.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll run the sneak. Oh, he's trying to get low. Push forward. I don't think he got there. He did not. He is short. And they've turned it over on downs.
The key to any good quarterback sneak starts with the surge and the push of the offensive line. From there, can the quarterback find a seam? Can he find a little gap and drive his legs? In this case, give credit to the defensive line. They held their ground, they got a good push back, and they were able to come up with a huge stop on 4th down.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. First down throw there is incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
On the give, Krosky Merritt. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Tyler Nubin is there for the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Third, they need 8. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Giants offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Play fake, now Dart. Throw here down the field. It was fall, incomplete. Wan'Dale Robinson, the one he was looking for that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays, but I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of speed.
Overrun him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Commanders come up with the takeaway.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Commanders' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And now, following the turnover, they have a chance to move out in front. They start 1st and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw, and he's in. Touchdown, Washington. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders move out to a 7-3 lead.
Commanders 7, Giants 3.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. He'll go play action here with Dart. That is caught. It's Robinson. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
On second down, Dart. The throw on the run is complete. The 40-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. That's good for a Giants first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
This one is caught by Robinson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 17 yards on that connection. First down, Giants.
21-yard line.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Here's 1st and 10. On the play fake, here's Dart. Out wide, that's Singletary. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So now, after the made field goal, back out is Koo to kick this one off. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. off, play action. He'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On second down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it. He's going nowhere. Loses yardage on that play.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
It's fourth down.
Here's Tress Way now as he's on to punt for Washington. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Giants offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Dart. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. It's Dart. They'll look to set up the screen here. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. Third and long, and Dart is going to throw. That's into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. The Giants going to call their third and final timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime.
34-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To the air again goes Dart. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
To 2nd and 10.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And their only realistic chance to end the half with points is to throw the ball near the sideline, gain as many yards as you can, and then hopefully either get yourself in position to kick the field goal or at the very least in position where you can attempt a Hail Mary.
Throwing again, Dart. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice coverage here on 3rd down. They took away all of the outlets the quarterback had. Really left them with no opportunity other than to just throw that ball away. It's going to bring up 4th down.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
The play is a turnover.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Throwing now from the gun. That's swung out to Koski Merritt. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
It is 3rd and long. Back to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
The Commanders about to send this one away as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, Olszewski. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Giants offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Slayton is the man in motion. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And this will be a Giants first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Giants first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
To the air on second down. Dart. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And let's give him about 4 on that one. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. Out of shotgun, it's Dart. It's made right side. It's Johnson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Second down, they need 3. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a Giants first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. Second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Motion man is Hyatt. On play action, it is Dart. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Dart. Open man is Robinson. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Giants move out front. It's 9-7.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
So now, after the made field goal, back out is Koo to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to get back to work. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. Start the drive with Krosky Merritt. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And 3rd down coming up.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
A gain there of 20. Good for a Commanders' 1st down.
That's good for a Washington 1st down. It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Commanders.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Samuel has it on the slant. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
26 more yards.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Washington Commanders.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Brian Burns getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
He'll let this go towards the end zone. That one's incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Udi's kick is good. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Jake Moody.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Olszewski now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Dart. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
That is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one secured by the tight end Bates. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They'll motion over Samuel. On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's his man. It's Samuel. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And at this stage of the game, every 1st down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They get 22 yards there. First down, Washington.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
They'll look to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
So after surrendering their sixth sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
The Commanders set to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. On first down, Dart. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
At the 23-yard line.
They run on the jet sweep. He'll be taken down close to a first down. They're at the 27-yard line.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming, and there's not going to be a lot of gain.
And I don't know. I'm not sure he got there. I think they're going to mark him short. And now it is fourth down.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
The Giants sending out their punter. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Commanders' offense ready to take over possession of the football. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. That'll be taken in by Krosky Merritt. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's McFlurry. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a 1st down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
This one, give it up, and here's Debo. Into space at the 45. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of
14 on the pickup. Good for a Commanders 1st down.
Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Trying to get that one to Noah Brown. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
This one has plenty of legs, and it is good. So it is still a 1-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They'll come up for 1st and 10. To throw is Dart. He'll swing this out wide to Tracy. And he will not be able to get away. Good work. Getting in there to force him out of bounds. It's a loss of a couple.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Throwing is Dart. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
That's swung out to Krosky Merritt. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go.
A gain of 4.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd and 6. On the read, he's going to try and run with it.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick it up with Krosky Merritt. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Giants offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.